All right, what up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, another episode of Crypto Breakdown. I am your host, Ryan Matta. Coin of the day, Algo, aka Algorand, aka can this coin 2x, 5x, maybe even 10x? It's getting ready to pump right now. I think that the World Cup's going on. Algo's got some big things, and this might be a really good shorting opportunity. So, ready? Let's dive deep. So taking a look at Algo price predictions, if Algo has a circulating supply of 6.9 billion and the price is 35 cents, we take the circulating supply, we multiply that by price, that gives our market cap. So there is currently roughly $2.5 billion invested into Algo on a global scale. If the price of Algo today is 35 cents and the market cap is 2.5 billion, for you to 2x on that investment and for the price of Algo to hit 70 cents, market cap needs to be $5 billion. For you to 10x on that investment and for the price of Algo to hit $3.50, market cap would need to be 25 billion. For you to 20x on that investment and for price to hit $7, market cap would need to be 50 billion. And for you to 100x on an Algo investment and for the price of Algo to hit $35, the market cap would need to be $250 billion. So the question you need to ask yourself is, can Algo compete against every other big layer one? Because in order to have a market cap of $250 billion, you need to have massive ecosystem development. So the first thing you should ask yourself is, have any other big layer ones ever had insane high market caps like that? Let's take a look. So last bull run we saw Ethereum hit a $575 billion market cap, Cardano 94 billion, Solana 80 billion, Shiba 41 billion, a meme coin 41 billion. So the going rate for big layer ones that had a lot of ecosystem development, and that's the most important part, ecosystem development, was Solana and AVAX. I mean, Cardano even got to 94 billion with no smart contracts. Pretty crazy, right? So realistically, without any real ecosystem development, just hype, hopium, and being a bigger layer one with some ecosystem development going on, I would say 25 billion would be realistic just off hype and hopium alone. Now, if you could sustain ecosystem development, I definitely think Algo could 50x in the next bull run, but we're in the middle of a bear market, so this most likely is just gonna be a short-term pump. That's why I'm excited that there might be some really good shorting opportunity. So the first startup to check out is Lunar Crush. Lunar Crush tracks cryptocurrencies based off of popularity. We can see right now Algo's hot. So its social mentions are up 10%, engagement's up 76%, social contributions are up 6.7%, shared links are up 3.3%, spam volume is down 19%, which is a good thing. Market cap's up 21%, bullish sentiment's up 8.2%, bearish sentiment's up 8%, Reddit volume is up 6.8%, medium volume is up 58%. So anytime I see medium volume going up, it's like the blockchain itself, anytime they want to get a message out, the first thing that they're doing is they're writing really detailed Medium articles, and they start pushing out Medium articles, then their team starts promoting it and they start making videos and tutorials talking about whatever upcoming events or big new upgrades are going on. So I always like to keep an eye on Medium because it's like your pre-indicator. It's the first place that these blockchains start putting out information, and if that information is hype and hopium, price normally goes up. The next I'd like to check out is Messari. Messari makes it really easy for you to track things like return on investment. If you would invested in Algo 1 year ago today, you'd be down 80.3%. 3 months ago, you'd be up 4.5%. 1 month, you'd be up 18.3%. 7 days, you'd be up 23.37%. 24 hours, you'd be up 16.28%. In the last 1 hour, you'd be up 0.47%. According to Messari, Algorand is up from its all-time low of 10 cents, which it hit on March 12th of 2020. It is currently up 255% from its cycle low. It is down from its all-time high of $3.24, which it hit on June 21st of 2019, and it is down 88.8% from its all-time high. Taking a look at Algo's inflation rate, we can see that Algo currently has a 22.95% inflation rate with a stock to flow of a 4.36. They are saying in 10 years, Algo will have released 9.975 billion coins out into circulation. And if we swing back over to CoinMarketCap, we can see that currently Algo has only released 69% of their entire supply. So over the next 10 years, they will be releasing what looks like 100% of that supply out into circulation. The next I'd like to check out is CoinMarketCal. It's like your crypto event calendar. So unfortunately, I heard something about the World Cup and I thought Algo was doing something really big with it. And I come over here and I don't see any big upcoming events. So maybe their team's just not up to date or not keeping things updated over here, but I don't see any big events planned for Algo. I don't know if they're going to be at Messari or any of these big conferences either. So the next I'd like to check out is Codex. They use machine learning and AI indicators to make price predictions. So they're saying that Algorand over the next 5 days, they're expecting a pullback to 35 cents. 30 days, they're expecting a pullback to 32 cents. 3 months down to 23 cents. but 6 months they're saying 79 cents. In 1 year they're saying $1.57. So if they're saying $1.50 in 1 year, you'd be looking at roughly a 10 billion, maybe $11 billion market cap. So I think that's fairly realistic. Now the next to check out is Defi Lama. Defi Lama tracks TVL. So you can think about TVL as how much people trust an ecosystem. When you see TVL going up, that means people are willing to take those assets, stake them in DeFi protocols, and then you're giving somebody else custody of your assets. So if people don't trust the ecosystem or they feel like things are getting hacked or scary or anything of the sort, normally you don't see TVL going up. But if we take a look at Algo over the last year, I mean, it's been very, very consistent on TVL. So that's a very good thing. So what else I like about DeFi Lama is they actually track all these apps directly connecting to the blockchain. So they are pulling this data directly from the protocol. If you search around here, you can actually find the code and actually go see it on GitHub where they're actually pulling this real-time data, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that that's how this works. So we can see that we have currently, DeFi Lama is currently tracking 10 different applications that are actually built on Algorand. Now let's talk about these trade setups. If you guys haven't saw my shorting strategy, it's actually flawless. So if you guys get a chance, check out this video, links down in the description. But where we're gonna do is here is I'm gonna be looking for Algo to break above the 4-hour time frame. I want you guys to go back in history and check out any time that Algo broke above the 4-hour time frame. If you scaled into a short, how much profit would you have made? Because eventually it's going to break down. Everything runs up and then eventually it breaks down. You just need to be able to weather that storm, especially in a bear market like this, no matter how great the asset is. I mean, even Bitcoin, Ethereum, the greatest assets in the entire industry, can't sustain a pump when the entire stock market's collapsing. So if we get an opportunity to short Algo, I think it's going to be a really good opportunity to take some gains out of the market and then look for some better entry positions. So if you guys haven't got a chance, check out my how to short crypto or my crazy wild shorting strategy crypto video. There's 2 of them. Watch both of them and make sure you guys follow the rules, guys. You guys have to follow the rules. Very, very important or you'll get yourself wrecked. So if we take a look at Algorand right here on the 4-hour time frame, the RSI, it's very important you guys have the settings set right. So make sure you guys check out my RSI setting tutorials, the whole 9 yards. So what I'm gonna be waiting for is Algorand to push above on the 4-hour time frame. And just to prove my point, I'll go back here and find the first time that Algo breaks above the 4-hour time frame, and I have to switch over to a different exchange because RSI doesn't go back far enough. On September 6th of 2021, if you started to short Algo and you started to scale into a short, how profitable would it have been? Let's go back to September. So this was Algo right in this zone, somewhere in here. But let's say you even started to short Algo way down here at $1.34. With my strategy, every 20% you have to add to your position. So based off of this push to the downside, right? We would have started shorting it here with 100. This would have been 200. This would have been 400. This would have been 800. This would have been 1600. And this would have been 3,200 because we would have had to weather this storm for this crazy wick here if we were actually shorting it on BYBIT. I don't see it on any other exchanges, but still. So you would have had to weather that storm. That would have been 6 positions, even though you started shorting it at $1.34 because you double your position constantly, right? Your entry position would have ended up somewhere right around here, like around $2.61. Pretty crazy to think about. And then what would have happened? It would have broke down and plummeted down. But if you would have waited to start shorting until you broke above the 4-hour time frame, you wouldn't have started shorting to like $1.92. So drastically different than $1.34. You would have had to add an extra 3 times, but that's the idea of this strategy. So go back in history and back test it. Was there ever an opportunity that you could have shorted an asset like Algorand that has a high market cap? So I try to tell everybody to, if you're new to this strategy, try to only mess with assets that have over a $5 billion market cap. I'm gonna do it with Algo. I understand the strategy, but it works better. The higher the market cap, the better the trade opportunity is gonna be. So literally all I'm waiting for is Algo to give me that signal that it's breaking above the 4-hour time frame, and I'm going to start scaling into shorting positions. So taking a look at this trade setup right here, we're breaking above at 37 cents. Market's super bearish. Obviously stock market's dumping down, but Algo's super hot right now. So if Algo rips up one more time and it breaks through this resistance right here, the next level up of resistance where it's going to hit some slowdown is going to be at 42 cents. So if I see Algo get up here and we break above the 4-hour time frame, I mean, there's a lot of resistance. It would have to break through this resistance here at 42. You got a little bit more resistance here at 46, and then it has to break through this resistance here at 50 cents just to run. And then if it did that, it could run up a little bit till you hit this main resistance here at 62 cents. But my rule is looking for shorts, like if worst case this thing just takes off and goes ripping. How dangerous is it going to be? How hard of a time am I going to have scaling in? anything, if I can scale in under 100%, that's normally like 5 or 6 ads where I go 100, 200, 400, 600, 800. You guys get what I'm saying? It's like if I can scale up to 100%, I'm only going to add 5 or 6 times through that trade, maybe 7 tops. So if I start at 100, so it's 100, 100 again, because I'm doubling my position. Next trade would be 200, that'd be 400. Then I'm going to do 800. Then I'm going to do 1600. Then I'm going to do 3200. So that's 7 times I can add to the position. And that last add, I would have a $6,400 position. But that's why you got to start low. And BYBIT has testnet. So if you guys don't understand how to trade, or you guys are very new to trading, BYBIT has a testnet exchange. So I don't recommend that anybody test this strategy out with real money. You have to use play money and practice. You have to turn 10,000 into 100,000 with play money before you can even test this strategy with real money, because it's not something that's super easy and you have to understand more. You just can't FOMO in and start trading this strategy. It's definitely something for more experienced traders, but what you understand, a lot of people in my community have been doing phenomenal with this trading strategy. So based off the fib is calling for the next target up to be about 45 to 42 cents on the dot. So that's going to be my prime time shortings. That's where I think Algo most likely will run to, but obviously the market is getting rocked right now. Surprisingly, on the daily time frame, we are green. Well, blue to you guys, but we're green, right? And if we jump over here and we look at the S&P 500, the S&P 500 is red. Now, I'm not saying it's going to continue that way, but I love seeing the S&P have a red day and Bitcoin have a green day. It's very, very, very rare does that happen. And even if it's just the slightest bit, if the S&P goes down a little bit and Bitcoin goes up a little bit, the S&P goes down, eventually we're going to see that separation. At least we hope. I know everybody's super bearish and talking about Bitcoin going to 5K, Bitcoin going to 10K. It's going to free fall off a cliff, but people have to realize, like, every media outlet in the world is trying to discredit Bitcoin. Every government in the world is trying to make Bitcoin look bad. Every one of these fiat elite money printing hungry filthy animals, keep the change, you filthy animal, is doing everything they can to discredit Bitcoin, make Bitcoin look bad, saying it's bad for the environment, saying it's this. These are the times that it's most important for us as a community to come together and say, we're not buying it. You know, I continue to buy Bitcoin. I don't even care. It's just like, I want Bitcoin in my portfolio just to basically help and support Bitcoin. You know, if everybody came together and we were all buying $100 worth of Bitcoin a week, eventually we are going to accumulate enough Bitcoin to where these people can't manipulate it and they can't discredit it. And the second that it separates from the stock market and starts to run, just think about that. If every currency around the world is collapsing, the entire stock market's falling off a cliff, and Bitcoin starts to separate and show people that it's acting like the store of value that they all told us that it would, it's drastically different. We got people like Michael Saylor that are buying billions and billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin. It's not long before there's another Michael Saylor. I say that because it gets them so much attention. Like, look at how much money and look at how much attention MicroStrategy has made from being pro Bitcoin. It's huge. So any other business in the world that starts to really see Bitcoin as that, okay, hey, that's our lifeline to save our business. And then not to mention the fact that if you hold fiat, inflation is eating away your savings account. So how long is it going to be before people wake up and realize that Bitcoin is the future? It's not going anywhere. They tell us this every bear market, every single bear market, it's the same exact thing from the media outlets. Bitcoin's trash. It's illegal. It's used for drugs. It's blah. It's bad for the environment. No, it's not, right? We're sick of being force-fed that garbage from the media. So that's why I'm buying Bitcoin. I just bought another $300 or $400 yesterday. I bought 0.3 Bitcoin, so like $6,000 or $7,000 the other day. Like a month and a half ago, I bought half a Bitcoin. So I'm now over 2 Bitcoin, and I just keep DCAing in. I definitely bought some Bitcoin up at 49,000. I probably bought some at 50,000. I just don't stop buying Bitcoin because every other bull run, I didn't pack my bags like I should have. We're in the bottom of a bear market. We're so freaking close to bottom. And yes, we have an economics collapse coming. And where is Bitcoin going to be? I don't know. Hopefully it starts to decouple and goes up. Either way, love you guys. See you guys next video. Peace.